But he's doing that now. And when you start doing things like that, you've probably got to leave.
There's players, Gary, at Man United done a lot worse than what he's done.
In the current moment.
Gary, where do you want me to get started? You know Paul Scholes. Scholes is a great lad. No, let me finish. Scholes, he refused to play a match for Man United.
I know he did.
What did we say to Scholes that time? We said nothing to him. Because he got the
He was fined 2 weeks' wages.
Right. And Ronaldo will be fined for this.
Oh, he hasn't been
fined his way back. Rio furthered him. It's a drugs test. He got banned for 8 months. You're saying as if
he was banned for 6 months.
Of course, he's not the same as And whose fault was that? Was that the club's fault or his teammates'
You don't think Cristiano Ronaldo should be punished this week?
Yeah, dead right. Yeah. But we're saying you're saying he can't deal with being a sub. He can't be. He was leading goals.
No, but he's right though. He can't be dealing with this.
Right, Manchester United.
He can't be dealing with this. He doesn't want to be a sub.
They played Man City a few weeks ago. There's 6. It could have been 16. The manager after the game says, "I'm not bringing him on. I'm not bringing him on because he didn't want to disrespect him." You go to Everton a few weeks. You go to Everton a week later. He comes on after half an hour. Manchester score a goal. He's playing against Newcastle a few days later.
There's no Manchester United fan at this moment. There aren't many who would have Cristiano Ronaldo in the starting 11.
I couldn't care less what fans think. I couldn't care less. A lot of fans haven't got a clue what's going on.
Right. They're better without him. They score more goals without him, and they win more points without him. That's a fact. He's coming to the end of his career. Manchester United are a better team without him, Roy. He's just got to get used to that or leave.
That's fine. But I think if you feel you've been treated unfairly, which he obviously thinks, and there's arguments for and against. But I'm not saying Man United are going to have.
Do you think he's been treated unfairly?
But why has he been
treated unfairly?
I think he probably feels that.
But do you think he is being treated unfairly?
I heard you before the game, right? I have to say, your mentality,
I don't think so.
Cristiano's mentality is a unique mentality. I have to say, it's a unique mentality. You're fiercely competitive. That mentality is such that basically you have to play. You cannot be on the bench watching us because of what you've done in your careers and how great you were as players. That's just your mentality. But for normal folk, normal players, that is not what you do. Go out and leave your changing room before the players have got off the pitch. You can't do that.
You keep talking about Man United being a way better without Ronaldo. Let's look at the start of the season when he's involved. He didn't play against Man City. There's games where United.
Do you not think they're better without him? Do you not think they're better without him?
I think he's.
Come on.
In the starting 11? No, I wouldn't say that.
I think they're better without him, right?
I think they can't carry him.
Will you hang your hand more so on even Rashford
they can't carry him.
Even know? The reason, when Ronaldo came to Man United when he was 17 years of age, we loved him. We loved everything about him because he wanted to be the best. Right? Simple as that. And he had his critics then because he was going over quickly and end product and all this. What I love about Ronaldo now, he's 37. And I'm not saying what he's done in the last few weeks is getting a thumbs up, far from him. But he's obviously had enough. But he's snapped. Ronaldo's 37. He still wants to be the best in the world. That's why I admire him. I see players.
Okay.
We sit here week in, week out.
Hold on. One thing to be the best.
Roy Keane, the manager, would have to deal with him.
He'd have to deal with him. One thing to be the best.
He's feeling. Anthony, there's players at Man United. Anthony went on strike for Ajax a few months ago to get to Man United. Ten Hag, the manager, who's saying it's all about the spirit, which he's mentioned a few times in his interviewed. It's all about the spirit and the group.
He mentioned. Ten Hag's not criticised him. But Ten Hag's not criticised him. He's actually handled it really well. He's been calm with it. Ten Hag's not come out and stitched him up and said he's out of order. He said I've spoken about Cristiano enough. He's talking about the spirit. Calm with it. Ten Hag's not come out and stitched him up and said he's out of order. He said.
Do you not think that's a message to Ronaldo? Ten Hag now seems leaving Ajax. I watched a month ago saying Cristiano. Ten Hag now seems leaving Ajax a month ago saying I'm up to Man United. He's trying to fight for league titles.
Cristiano last season, he walked off against Everton, having been left out by Oli in one of his first games, shaking his head at the end of the game. He was doing that to Rashford and all that with the body language. He knows what he's doing, Cristiano. He's an experienced player, and players of that power.
Loads of players do it.
But players of that power, they have a really negative influence on the others when they do it.
I'd be worried if he was happy to be taken off.
But the influence they have on other players is really negative because of the power that they have. They're in an influential position. I love him to bits.
Not today, because Fernandes, the manager, said the spirit is great.
I love Cristiano to bits, but you can't defend him leaving the ground.
I'm not saying, of course not. And there was other players left. And they will get punished. Like we were in the dressing room with players. You get punished if you make a mistake, of course. That's part of his. But he gives you something back. Right. We sit every week.
But he doesn't give enough back. He doesn't give enough back at the moment. No, he does not give enough back at the moment. He doesn't.
He scores a goal every 2 games. He scores a goal every 2 games for Man United.
It doesn't.
He does. Do you want the stats?
Yeah, but
he scores a goal every 2 games.
But they lose games with him. They can't carry him. They can't carry him.
How against Man City? They lost their brain.
They always go on today to celebrate.
Like they won the league. Man United are 5th in the league.
This is great television.
No.
Did you see the comments from Bonucci and Chiellini
Yeah.
at Juventus when they
Yeah.
left. They're two
Yeah.
great pros, right?
Well, who says they're great pros?
They are
Have you been
great
in the
pros.
dressing room with them?
No, but Roy, they've
Look
been,
at Juventus.
they've been top players for 20 years who've won lots of trophies,
So
right?
what?
The same thing's happening again at Manchester United, where Cristiano, we know him, we love him, but he can't accept not being the star man in Manchester United's team, so he's going to have to leave. That's it. That's all it is.
He can leave, and he should have left in August, and hopefully leave in January.
I hope he leaves next week, so they can
But he
shake
can't
hands.
leave next week, can
No,
he?
but I hope he leaves next week and says to the club, "Thank you very much," and the club say to him, "Thank you very much," and go and finds a new club. Because I'd like to go and see him play till he's 42, scoring goals, scoring 1,000 goals.
How much would you play him at Manchester United right now?
Well, if he's doing the business, which he did last year in a bad Man United team, and of course he's missed pre-season, that's a huge effect on a player. No matter what age you are, if you missed all the pre-season, you couldn't get up to speed. But I still feel Ronaldo, and he doesn't have to play every game. Of course he's not.
But he won't settle with that. He won't settle with that. I don't think that he will settle with that.
Well, you see this
He
face,
wants to
thinking
play every game.
75% of the games.
And I'm a big Ronaldo lover.
The manager's every right to pick a
We
team.
all love Ronaldo.
All right, what's it about Den Haag is obviously got big decisions, he's got to win football matches. Well, he's not winning nothing. Man United are fifth in the league. They beat Spurs the other night. I thought they'd won the European Cup. They beat Spurs. They beat Spurs last year, but Ronaldo, they got a hat-trick. If you have a striker scoring a goal every 2 games, I don't care what age he is, I think you'll do for me.
Look, to be fair,
he's in a team.
scoring goals, now it sounds really crazy, is the most important thing in a football team. But you can be a better team without players who are just goal scorers. You can be. That's happened time and time again.
Doesn't happen that often.
No.
You doesn't happen that often.
You didn't run around a lot either.
No, I didn't need to. I had really good players
But
around me
you know what I mean
that
there,
made
but
me
sometimes
not have to
you can
run around. And that's the problem.
Sometimes you can have 2 players up front who maybe, Mark Hughes wasn't the greatest goal scorer in the world, but you're a better team within them, maybe somebody that you can't hit or you can't play off. There are teams that are better who don't have what would be that natural goal scorer. Cristiano's just become a natural goal scorer, plays within the width of the box. Eric Ten Hag doesn't want to play that way.
No, but you need more than just that.
He certainly feels whatever's gone on, he's been unfairly treated. And when you get that as a senior pro, then it's like almost that justified anger. He is going to react that way. But he's got flaws like everybody else.
But he can't react that way, Roy. He can't react that way. That's unforgivable.
You have a choice to make at the end of your career. If you've been a great player, which he obviously has, do you accept coming out of the team, playing 25, 30 games a season, or do you have to leave and play somewhere 40 games a season that aren't as good? That's the decision